Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Akatsuki no Yona, episode 9. And last episode, Yun, well, yeah, Yun, he left Iksu and he's going on the journey with Yuna and Hak, right, to look for the other dragons or whatever. So yeah, that's what happened. And before we get into this episode, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. But I left too vulnerable. Nope. So I guess that's what he's trying to do. Ah, did you have to kill the king for that? Oh, I don't know why. If I never noticed that before. Did they change the intro? Was Yoon always in that picture when they were walking? I felt like it was only. How can you now? Shaking resolve. Is that Yona on his shoulder? Oh, yeah. You're funny. So. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, she can see in the bag. Giving thanks. But is he afraid that they're gonna recognize him? Is that why he left? Oh, okay. Perfect for Yona. She did ask you to teach her, right? Don't let that fall. Okay. Oh shoot. They did say be careful. You running out like that is, I don't know, suspicious. Mm-hmm. Oh, hack. It's hack. Yep. Glaive. Love me the glaive. I feel like he bought it. I feel like he bought that little bitty sword or whatever. Oh, maybe not. How is the arrow going like this? Is it the wind? Shouldn't it be like going straight? Should it like go like this or down? But it was like doing this. Heck, can you teach me? Practice. That looks so good. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-uh. Sure about that? Oh. It's my job to protect you. Wait, dogs like that? Oh my gosh. It stirs my desire. Ah. Oh, did y'all get lost? Oh, did they capture him? Was that her voice? I don't think that was her. Okay, was her. Oh, that was funny. You see the white dragon's place? Thunder Beast. She's the red dragon. Is there only one person in the whole line that has red hair? Oh, blue eyes white dragon. That's different. There he goes. Aw. The reason why I was laughing before, when they were, there, and then you see the mist, and then you see the wind picking up, and then the leaves like flowing around them or whatever, and then they're saying, "Leave, leave." In my mind, when I heard that, I'm thinking they're talking about the leaves flowing, and then they said, "Leave the village." That's when I'm like, "Oh, okay, they're not talking about the leaf, so whatever." They're talking about them leaving the place. Oh my gosh. That was funny to me. So they started this episode with Suwon. Seems like what he's trying to do is basically create a more fair kingdom, I guess. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, because he was given this tax papers or whatever that shows that people in the government or whatever have been misusing their taxes and stuff like that. And then when Yona and Yun, when they were, yeah, well, all three of them, they were walking around, and then they heard these people saying that they heard that there was going to be a reducing of taxes, you know. So it seems like Suwon is trying to do good by the people of Coca, you know. But then again, did you have to kill King Il to do that? Was there no other way? You know? I don't know. So the priest told them that they can find one of the dragon. Oh, the Kai village. Kai. Oh, Kai is a member of EXO, the K-pop group EXO. And I love EXO so much. So when I saw Kai, I was reminded of him. So in order to get to Kai, they had to go through the fire tribe, and so they had to be really careful. At first, they put Yona in this bag that Yun showed them, I think, at the end of the last episode. So they use that to sort of like hide her when they're on the journey so that nobody notices them. But then there was one point where she just like covered her head and she's like, Hack is still injured, he's not fully healed yet, so he can't be carrying her around like all the time. So they go to this place and they were eating, and then Hack is like, he needs more weapons, right? So he left them alone and went and to this weapons shop, and then there was this little sword there, and then they were like, okay, it's perfect for self-defense for like a little girl or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so is he gonna buy it for them? But then he had that flashback of the king, because the king hated weapons and he would not want to see his daughter handling weapons. So he left. He said he didn't need it, so he left. And then while while Yona and Yun, while they were in the restaurant, and then they were hearing these people talk about how someone is now the king, and then Yuna realized that means that the Wind Tribe has approved, Moondog has approved of him being the king, and she was glad that, the Wind Tribe is now safe, sort of. But then you can tell that she was affected by what the people were saying, and she left the restaurant quite abruptly. And I'm like, girl, before Hack left, he told you to be careful not to draw attention to yourselves, and the way you just left like that, that's like kind of suspicious. But thankfully nobody did anything, nobody found it suspicious, right? That they were walking and they saw these Fire Tribe soldiers or whatever. Fire Tribe, oh my gosh. I started watching Avatar The Last Airbender, and then the Fire Tribe, Fire Nation or whatever, it's like why are they always the enemy? But whatever. So they saw these people and then they hid, and then Hack came behind them, and then they left on their journey. And then Yuna asked Hack, I have a headache, so I feel like it's affecting my mind a little bit. So yeah, she asked Hack to teach her swordsmanship, but then he's like, no, because she's not gonna be able to kill anybody. And she's like, yeah, but at least I can create an opportunity for us to escape or something when they're in that kind of dangerous situation. So he decided to teach her to shoot a bow and arrow. So yeah, she's been practicing, and she's getting better. And then Hack is like, okay, let me teach you that. He wanted her to use him as target practice, because not the people that you're going to be shooting at, they're not just going to be standing still. So you're going to have to, deal with that. And it was pretty easy for Hack to evade it. And then he told her point blank that it's because she's not shooting to kill. And then he's like, imagine if you were sworn in front of you, and then she just like let it flew, grazed Hack's cheeks, and the blood was spilling. And I'm like, at first I'm like, okay, was she really trying to kill someone? Like in that moment when Hack mentioned it, was she really trying to kill someone, or was he more like she was, I don't know, startled by the fact that he mentioned someone, something. But then again, I felt like the fact that she said that I hate that side of you probably means that she was serious when she shot the arrow. I don't know. Then when she told him that she wanted to be able to protect him, and then he's like, don't say that, you're gonna, what? It stirs my desire. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, now they got to, before they stopped to do that little target practice stuff, they told Yoon to go ahead, and then Yoon told them not to take a lot of time because they were close to the place that they were trying to go, to the Kai Empire. And yeah, When they got there, they couldn't find Yon. They found his stuff on the ground. And then when I heard Yona's voice shouting out to Hack, telling him to come, that there's trouble or whatever, I'm like, I don't know. I thought at first that it wasn't her voice, because I was thinking of, Hunter x Hunter, when they were in the forest or whatever, where there were these animals that were mimicking people's voices or whatever. I thought there was somebody like that or something like that that was mimicking her voice and is trying to lure Hack into a trap. That's what I thought at first, but then no, it was her. And then these people came out and they're like, leave, and then they saw the red hair and they're like, are you, where is she from or something or other? And she's from the Wing tribe and she's looking for the dragons. And then they're like, the way they saw the red hair, and I'm like, okay, is there no one else in the kingdom that has red hair? Why is the red hair such a, I don't know, just because they saw the red hair, oh my gosh, she must be the descendant of the, she must have the blood of the red dragon or whatever. I'm like, for real? Is there no one else in the entire kingdom that has red hair? Okay. Well, they're gonna take them to the white dragon, and we saw a glimpse of him a little bit. So I can't wait to properly meet him and see his personality. I don't know. When I see him in the intro, I don't know, just see his face. He seems like someone that has like a calm soul, peaceful soul. I don't know. That's what I think about. So we'll see if my imagination and reality is gonna be the same or not. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini, and you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.